Got my recipe. Tonight is Keto Asian cabbage stir fry. And right now, and again, these recipes are free. If you go to dietdoctor.com, you can pick out what you want. They are free. I'm all about free. So right now, so tonight and tomorrow for lunch, I'll have Keto Asian cabbage stir fry. So that is cabbage, and I've got it in there with some butter. And now I've got to get together the seasonings, which is a half teaspoon of salt, half teaspoon of onion powder, black pepper, a half teaspoon of white wine vinegar, a garlic clove, some chili flakes, some ginger. So then it says to cook this cabbage in the butter, and then when it's almost done, then I add the seasonings. So right now it's softening up, but it's still stiff. So I'm going to mix up the seasonings, and then I'll be able to get that added. So I'm going to pause you so this don't take all day for you. Hey, it calls for a half teaspoon of salt, and then later on some scallions. I don't have any scallions, so I'm using a half teaspoon of onion salt, just as an FYI. Another FYI, hi there. I don't have any black pepper, but I have ground white pepper, so I'm using this instead. Oh, and you're supposed to use a half teaspoon of onion powder, half teaspoon of salt. So I used basically a teaspoon of onion salt. Okay, so it said not to let it get brown, and it's starting to get a little bit on the brown side. Whoops. But that's all right. It'll still taste good. This is the all those seasonings that I listed. I used, instead of chili flakes, I had chili powder. So I used that. You know, sometimes you got to make do with what you got. And then I didn't have ginger, so I used ginger powder. And what else did I use? Something else. I think I'm going to take this off the heat. Let me look over here. Oh, it does not call for soy sauce, but I have some of those liquid aminos. So I put a little bit of that on there because, look, we're going for an Asian flair. Well, you can't have Asian something without soy sauce. So you let it go just a little bit longer. Watch out, puppy dog. Get back, get back, get back. Hang on, I'll pause you till I get my act together here. The actual instructions say to saute the ginger, but I didn't use real ginger. So I used ginger powder. So my ground beef was already cooked because, you know, I did that meal prep. So now I'm just kind of pan frying it a little bit just to in with that butter. And it's cold because it's been in the refrigerator, of course. So I'm going to pan fry that a little bit. Here's a close-up of the cabbage. That's how the cabbage looks. It said put it in the bowl, but you know, I had my ground beef in the bowl. Sorry, I'm putting it in a bowl now. Okay. Now. Okay. So I'm sure you guys leave it in here, and then whenever the ground beef is done, I put it in there. But I'll show you the next step when I get this ground beef. Where's my hand? Oh, there it is. When I get that ground beef kind of processed a little bit, I will come back. Okay, now it says for me to put this back in. And this is why I needed this recipe, because my brain still does not, I mean, I see it on the recipe, so I understand, but my brain sees this as one meal. This amount right here, my brain sees this as one meal. And this is 2 meals. This is supper and lunch for tomorrow. So this is why, let me turn down the heat. This is why I needed to do this if I was gonna, you know, add some veggies, because I was adding all kinds of stuff, all kinds of veggies, and which, you know, hey, veggies are great and all, but not as much as I was adding. So now I'm supposed to take, hang on, 120, hang on, let me measure it out and then I'll show you in just a second. Okay, I'm supposed to take a 1/4 teaspoon of wasabi and a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise and mix that together. It's different. That's not what I was expecting. Not bad. Here it is, plated up. Here's how it looks. I buy the already shredded cabbage, so of course there's carrots in there, and you know, it is what it is. So now I'm putting a little bit of mayonnaise. I'm dividing that up, which I probably should not have put it in the one for tomorrow because I'll have to heat it up, but it'll be all right. Yeah, this does not taste, I mean, it tastes like mayonnaise, but it really adds to the flavor. It's really interesting. Has a good tang to it. So, oh man, got on my shirt. So there you go. This is Diet Doctor Keto Asian Cabbage Stir Fry. And I'll take this to work tomorrow and I'll microwave it. That'll be my lunch tomorrow. And I'll take that along with my egg sausage casserole that I take. And that'll be my breakfast and lunch. Anything else to tell you? No, I don't think so. I went to the gym this morning. Didn't have any issues. So yep, so there you go. That is Keto Asian Cabbage Stir Fry.